This is iRadio. When contributing to a topic on the radio, please avoid statements that may incite or promote hate. We encourage constructive points of views and criticisms that aim at providing solutions to problems facing the country. We do not want rumor mongering or information that is regarded as hearsays. We advocate for messages of peace and unity among the people of South Sudan. This is iRadio, your eye on South Sudan.
The Dawn on iRadio. Right, a very good morning to you and welcome to the second hour of the Dawn program here on iRadio, a live broadcast from the capital Juba. I'm your host, Emmanuel Joseph Akile, and today is Monday, the 10th of November 2025, coming to 14 minutes now after the hour of 7. And in the second hour of the Dawn, we're going to talk about the activities of Central Equatorial State government. And I'm pleased to be joined live in the studio by the State Minister of Information and Communication, Honorable Nyarsuk Patrick. It's good to have you with us in the studio this morning. Welcome to iRadio.
Thank you so much, Emmanuel Joseph Akile, and thank you so much for having me. I am so grateful to be here.
Yes. Now you're going to have like about 3 months in office, and let's a little bit talk about the Ministry of Information and Communication in Central Equatorial State as to some of the activities it has been undertaking so far.
Thank you so much, Emmanuel Joseph Akile. Good morning to all our listeners who are within Central Equatorial State and outside Central Equatorial State and the rest of the state and administrative areas. As is stated by Emmanuel Joseph Akile, my name is Honorable Nyarsuk Patrick James. I am the State Minister of Information in Central Equatorial State. The Ministry of Information and Communication is an institution that cross-cut all the government institutions in Central Equatorial State. When I started work, the first thing that we started was the intention of reviving the entire Ministry of Information and Communication. It was one of the institutions that play a very effective role in providing access to information and advocating for right, and also educating the public with the relevant cooperation that they have, which is EBC. So far, the Ministry of Information is looking into how to revive the TV, which is EBC TV and radio, in order for it to be able to play its mandate as an institution. So far, we have gone far by the TV. The TV have been off literally for more than 10 years. But before before Christmas this year, we want to tell the public that EBC TV is going to go on air. The radio is functional, but it does not cover the entire state. It only covers some areas within the jurisdiction of Juba County, and we are looking into how we can be able to revive the radio itself so that it cover all the counties and Wanduruba administrative Payam of Central Equatorial State. We are also working into how we can be in position of digitalizing some of the institution for effective and accountability and transparency within different institutions. For example, the system of collection of revenue, we are looking into how we can revive that through the Ministry of Information and the line institution. We're also looking into how we can be able we are looking at development of website to the government of Central Equatorial State that will provide access to information and right to access information to the public. And also building press secretaries that will allow the channel of information flow effectively from the level of the county to the level of the ministry and to EBC, and it goes out to the public for public consumption. And also we are looking into how we can develop we can have a body that will advocate for right of journalists within Central Equatorial State, and also making sure that every citizen have access to information. These are some of the significant projects that we are looking into working and making sure it is achieved by all means. And we are also concluding, I'm concluding this by saying that we are trying to see into how we can be able to rebuild the relationship between the State Ministry of Information and the media fraternity as a whole, so that all access of information that are needed from Central Equatoria is provided to the public for public consumption.
Right.
These are some of the projects that we are working on.
Right. What about the issue of funding, the issue of budget, the issue of soliciting support to ensure that all these are actually a success?
Yeah, this is the main concern that the entire government is facing, particularly the Ministry of Information. We are looking into how we can be able to involve our partners that are so concerned about information, how we can be able to come with them to address this issue. But also the government of Central Equatoria is putting in more efforts to look into how resources can be given to the Ministry of Information to revive, if at least to play its mandate as the State Ministry of Information. There are financial challenges, but the state government is working with its developmental partners to look into how they can address it.
Right. Now, as the spokesperson officially of the government of Central Equatoria State, it would be important for the people of South Sudan, especially, Juba is the face of South Sudan, is the capital, and you're the person who speaks on behalf of the state. Now, how would you describe the general security situation in Central Equatoria State so far, Minister?
Thank you so much. The Central Equatoria State government, in its policy framework, security is a top priority, and the government of Central Equatoria State is committed to providing security for everyone within Central Equatoria State. For the last month, the general security situation in Central Equatoria State has been reported calm and stable, with only some isolated cases that are under control by the security organs within the state, which last time most of the public know we have issues of this child abduction, and we have some activities of rape especially within Juba City Council and Juba County, and also we have some activities of these holdout groups in the side of KGKG and Yay, but it is under control by our security apparatus. And also we have the issue of KGKG County, which is so far the intervention of the national government and the government of Central Equatoria State is under control. So the general security situation in Central Equatoria State for the last 1 month is reported calm and normal, and the other few criminal issues are under control by our security apparatus.
Now, we talk about the issue of the holdout groups. So what do you mean? Like the holdout groups are still disturbing the some parts of the state?
Yeah, the holdout groups. During our security committee meeting, the government used to receive reports of where they are abducting young people within the jurisdiction of Greater Yei, particularly, and also sometimes terrorizing our village, our communities, especially in the side of Greater Yei. But for the last 3 to 2 weeks, we have not received any incident of them terrorizing this issue, and our security organs within the counties are monitoring their movement very closely, and they are reporting to the government of Central Equatoria State under our governor, His Excellency Rabbi Emmanuel.
Right, and how is the state government responding to the issue of, since you mentioned Kajukaji earlier, how is the government trying to arrest the situation there?
In the issue of the encroachment in KGKG, the government of Central Equatoria State received a report from the commissioner of KGKG County, which he came to Juba to brief His Excellency, the governor of Central Equatoria State. And after briefing him, the governor wrote to the responsible institution, including the top leadership of our nation, appealing to them to intervene and try to calm the situation. But after the intervention by His Excellency, the governor, to the top leadership, including the Vice President, which he wrote to them, and the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, the Ministry of Defense, there was an intervention, and as we speak by now, the situation is calm in KG, and there was a committee that was formed to go and do findings. I'm quite sure you know about this. The state government is still looking into how they can be able to get this report, but the situation is KG is calm for now. There is no any violence, there is no any intervention from both sides. People are still come waiting for the report, and the top leadership are making sure into how they can address this issue.
Right, bringing us about 23 minutes after the hour of 7. Let's go for this short break and we'll be right back. Good morning.
In 2025, South Sudan is writing a new chapter in its economic story. Monthly revenue collections by the South Sudan Revenue Authority have reached an impressive 130 billion South Sudanese pounds. This success is powered by digitization, a nationwide e-government program launched in 2021 that modernized public services, strengthened data systems, and made revenue collection faster, safer, and more transparent. Today, corruption leakages are shrinking, efficiency is rising, and every digital transaction moves our nation closer to stability and shared prosperity. The South Sudan Revenue Authority calls on all government bodies, development partners, and citizens to accelerate the move toward full digitization. Together, through digital transformation and cooperation, South Sudan will move forward stronger, transparent, and united for progress. South Sudan Revenue Authority, digitizing revenue, driving development.
Your eye on South Sudan, iRadio.
راديو لأخبار الموزون اللي تكون بيتم فوقه من كل جنوب السودان ومن برا جنوب السودان. أسمع تكون لأي راديو أنا تكون في جنوب السودان.
مرحبا بك مرة ثانية مستمع راديو في كل مكان. ضيف بتاعنا في الاستوديو هو هونربل نيرسوك باتريك، وزير بتاع الإعلام في ولاية الاستوائية الوسطى، وبنتكلم في عدة نقاط. ده الوقت اللي فيه خلينا نتكلم في موضوع بتاع لاند جرابينج ولاند ديماركيشن والوتمنت لاند. يعني سياسة الولاية شنو honorable minister in general when it comes to the issue of land? Every now and then we continue to receive reports about complaints when it comes to the issue of people grabbing land, and also the issue of title deeds and many more. تبغى شنو في موضوع ده كوزير بتاع إعلام في ولاية الاستوائية الوسطى؟
شكرا شديد Emmanuel Joseph Akile. قبل ما نتكلم عن issue بتاع land, I just want to inform the public that the government of Central Equatoria State under the leadership of His Excellency Emmanuel Anthony, in this framework policy, it focuses on 5 key important pillars. Those pillars are security. The policy framework of Central Equatoria, it is security, peace, unity, and development. These are the key pillars that drive the government of Central Equatoria State for now. Kalina nitkallam an modu bita land grabbing, illegal land occupation in Central Equatoria State. To our listeners, the government of Central Equatoria, Hakuma Bita Wilaya, is committed to making sure that this issue of land grabbing and land occupation, it is addressed. And in the challenges that the government is in Central Equatoria State, in this issue of land occupation and occupying public spaces by individuals, for example, like the Chelsea playing ground. But before نتكلم كتير عن حاجات دي الكله، أنا جر نوري مستمعين برا هناك بأنه the responsible institution البدي جيت على زول. There are 2 institutions: the State Ministry of Housing, Land and Public Utilities. In the jurisdiction within Juba, within Central Equatoria, it fall under them. The second one is the county, Juba County. Juba County is also responsible for showing land, and the rest of the counties, This is how the institution follow. Ita jartel gawata, ita temshi fi muassasat del. You can apply to them, or you can know that they showing that is ongoing. You go, you apply, you get the process. Like for example, Zamanamana launching fi Digala, to showing the plots. It was open to the public. Ita in the interest you want to get a land, you go there. Ita telga land min community. Ita telga gita adek and ligital token. You come, you do the process. And as we speak for now, county is doing showing lenas fi Digala Payam. Digala they are doing showing there. Lakini ajal anihna liginao benu fi nas saknin fi mahalat al-qatatum min zaman.
من بدري already
من بدري كتاتو هاي من بدري كتاتو إنت لما تدرس كون إنت أول حاجة تعالي تأكد محل كتاتو ولا محل ما كتاتو. And that is why حكومة بتاع ولاية دائما بوري citizen بينه أكيد تمشي بprocedures الحقيقة تلقى جيتا من جهة المسؤول عشان بقدر بديك محل الما كتاتو. For example issue بتاع لوكوليلي ده كتاتو له سنين ورا. Before even this government came, Katatolo Sininwara and another guiding Hinagde Demasia Dumalgita. But the government of Central Equatoria is committed that it akad benu ayam muatin sakin fi junub lazim yalga mahal. Ita kan min Central Equatoria wala tama min Central Equatoria. Min bidal toskon fi mahal al zolin duwara bukra still the government will come or government bitala tabara min bedde. Wita btakali iyalak fi mashakil or fi mushkila. The other issue about this about land grabbing and land occupation, the government of Central Equatoria is trying to identify those who are involved in this issue of land grabbing and land occupation. And we will admit as Central Equatoria Beinu and Hinazado fi Muassasa Patana Pita Ministry of Land, Housing and Public Utilities fi issue Pinazal they are contributing into this issue of land grabbing and illegal land occupation. And Hakuma Pita Central Equatoria is working very hard to identify these people within the Ministry of Housing and within another institution. For Central Equatoria said, Ashan Nazel will be held accountable, Emmanuel Joseph Akile and Mustamen Bitana, and also identifying some constitutional post holders who are involved in issue of land grabbing and taking public spaces. These public spaces, Mahaladel, it is for public interest and for public consumption. They mahal pita individual. I will give you a simple example. In the mahal alamulu kasle bus park fi Jebel Market. أنا بنتكلم هسه في ناس شغالين فوقه لكن government بتاع Central Equatoria had directives to the new mayor to do findings وناس دل لازم محل يكسروا
ناس بدأوا بينو هناك يعني بقى مشكلة تا
ناس دل we want to assure the public and we want to assure everyone that ناس دل هيكسرون ناس دل هيكسرون ومحل ده it will be given back for public interests وناس دل تلالهم أوراق from the Ministry of Housing they will go and they will be held accountable. Because it telga Emmanuel Joseph Akile and the public bitalawlek warak dila man italawlek fileja book zato mafi
يعني بكون fake ولا
بكون fake ay awrak fake ita telga utaninda awrak fake because mahalde fi demarcation zamana mulu mahalde kallo public space le parking base le parking so al hakuma ta wilaya fi siyasat ta hakuma ta wilaya they are working very hard to making sure they show plot to their rightful owners as soon as possible. في resilience من ناس ديل لكن الرسالة بتاعنا للpublic بأنه you try to cooperate with the government كالي ودو جتاد الأسياد وما لامولهم أوراق it is the government that gave the papers in the near future الحكومة ممكن هيفكر how they can be able to do more showing the more demarcation of places ومحلات اللي بعمل demarcation ده إنت بتلقى فوقه compensation بكون fair and in the near future it will identify ديرين نفط شوارع عشان خدمات يجي في محلات دل ديرين نفط شوارع لكن نازل فات بناو ما يستخدموا ما عملوا showing عشان نفط شوارع cooperate let the public المجتمع لازم cooperate. Number two is in conclusion to this issue of land occupation and land grabbing, it is causing us really problem to deliver services to our citizen. في هايجامي تا كان شوف تا قريب ده شهر الفات أننا ديرين نفط شوارع في ناس بناوا في شوارع في ناس بناوا في public spaces. We have to make sure we talk to them أننا فتانا شوارع النازل الوقع محل حقهم وقع في الشارع ده مشينا عملنا لهم compensation في لوكيلري before even the checkpoint This is our commitment of the state government, that you cooperate with the government in the near future. We will cooperate with you. These are some of the few steps I want to say, but the government is committed and is going to show land to the rightful owners in the near future.
Right, and talking about the issue of roads, and if I'm out, Al-Fadda Sikata Rock City, physical Gurale, Ajada, Al-Gurale, Nana Kona, yani fi bad min fatasika nagani yani مرام كوبو وكده يعني هل ده خطوه جديد للمياه الجديد ولا ده شركه ولا ده شنو يعني قايمين به حاليا يعني
Fata Shawari is a priority as we speak. Good pillars with our government, the Central Equatorial Framework development is one of them. المياه الجديد جاء and he was given directives. في حاجات بيصير مياه ده شغال فوقه policy بتاعه شغال فوقه. Number one is winning trust with the public. Assume that the city council can be a macros by public. And it is discouraging investors pitana, it is discouraging businessmen pitana. Mayor shakal fi making sure that alilaka alfibe and city council umuati ndi lazim ilaka pita zaman da erja. Nimra itnin is kadamat. Mayor shakal fi kadamat. Ita kan shaya fi share pita Rock City de fi 100 days action pita mayor wuderit akad beinu ashawari albilim nas le towns not to create jam ketir alfide. It is work on and it is work on as soon as possible. Aliyahu shakal fi share bita Rock City, and he is already al team pito already shakal fi identification of shawari al kitir, including low road.
ده مشكله almost every day انا قلي go complaint في residents reporting في موضوع سكه اللوده.
Already deputy mayors ta infrastructure and finance and deputy mayor ta finance umasha hinaku sba alfa to do assessment. To do assessment by engineers alfi. So the next move that they are going to take is making sure that road is also innovative.
لكن قالت ungamul basementi ugamulu kida wala tani kija karabu ugamulu yani bas mukarajat yani da haja الناس gonus.
This time around la renovation albamulu fi share de bukun different a little bit because we want to making sure kalikun fi sustainability. The other thing is Mayor Juba City Council this time around he's trying to looking into how to revive the institution. Al-Muassasa Malian Banas that are not producing to the public. Reform within the institution and accountability within the institution is his past priority this time around to making sure there is reform within City Council and there is transparency and accountability within City Council and let City Council become an effective institution that would deliver services to the citizen of Juba City Council particularly.
Right. And Honorable Minister يعني في موضوع بتاع جوبا زي ما قلنا ده وجه بتاع العاصمة وناس كتير كجا من ولايات كتير كجا في عاصمة جوبا خاصة شباب وتجي موضوع consumption تا alcohol موضوع بتاع niggas موضوع بتاع child abduction ده حاجات كتير يعني حاصل and it causing a lot of problems when it comes to the society in general. So how is the state government responding or addressing these issues?
Thank you so much Emmanuel Joseph Akile. وده أنا هتكلم كتير بعربي to our public عشان نقول يعرف what is going on. في security report بتاع Central Equatorial State نحن بلقى بأنه عدد بتاع suicide نزل بشنك نفوسهم بقى كتير and there's a serious intervention that need to be done. شباب كمان شباب سكر في عمر سكر وده مستقبل بتاع بلد. and right now is ممارسات gangs group niggas في أحياء بقى قاعد يزيد وبرضو ناس يفتحوا عيونهم ويتابع ممارسات الشباب في أحياء العيال بيطلعوا وين شباب بيمشوا وين بقعدوا وين يوندسوهم وكلام بتاع مرايز الكتير مرايز السكر اللي بيتأثروا بسحب بتاع ناس. Governor Alfat كان طلع قرار to ban في محل بعمل فوق production بتاع مرايز في جنبه شركات وليه هسي محل ده لسه مقفول. أنا قادرين نقول للبابليك بأنه مسؤولية بتاع مجتمع ده مسؤولية الجون responsibility السيتيزن والجوفرمنت. الجانا ده لما نطلع من البلد تعرف جانا ده ماشي وين وجانا ده قاعد بنازمنه وجانا ده شغال شنو وجانا ده بيشرف شنو وباكل في شنو. Akuma the Central Equatoria has already developed a program where that brought 3 institutions together. The Ministry of Information and Communication, which is led by me, the Ministry of Peace Building, and the Ministry of Gender and Child and Social Welfare. This program very soon we are going to launch a rehabilitation campaign with our developmental partners on how we can be able to engage the media to have a specific program that work on educational program and awareness raising and talking to the public, bringing expert on board, at least to talk to them about this issue of suicide. Al diamond be hasil shabab bumutu de uishu bta niggas de uishu bta sharab bta merisa de الحاجة راسي حكومة بتا سنترال إيكواتوريا شغال فوقه launching بتا برنامج ده هيغير طريقة بتا تفكير بتا شباب. It will change the behaviors of our young people. So this program is on way going and looking into, even if it goes on well, how we can have a task force that we can look into this. Very soon we will be calling our developmental partners, and I radio will even be part of it. عشان نعمل launching لبرنامج ده على نحنا هنجيب الرؤساء بتا شباب من أحياء، نحنا هنجيب 30 من أحياء to come together so that we will bring security organs and bring Ministry of Health that of عشان there is nas and it بتشرب مريسة تعزير بتوع شنو في المستقبل. ده ممكن ان issue البحثي، لكن ابوهات برا ومهات برا ناس يفتحوا عيونهم السوسايد، ناس البسنو شباب بسنو بعدون بعد دقيقة كتير وكلام بتاع نيجاز ده بقى كتير كتير شديد. And also the governor directed the security organs to monitor the activities of niggers in all within Central Equatoria as a whole.
Right. Let's a little bit talk about the 3 officials suspended by the state government recently. What brought about it, and should you help the public to understand deeper about the reasons as to why it happened?
Thank you so much. I will not go deep to talk about actual efficient or hassle. Lakin there's a committee already that is formed that is working on this. And for Bidaya Gibel, as I talked to you, Benu, the 5 key important pillars, framework, policy framework of the state government, accountability, if you forgo. This government is so committed to making sure that including government officials are accountable, and there should be transparency in the institution.
Including yourself?
Including me. Including me. If you look into even this suspension that happened due to the properties, the land that was sold, it belongs to the Ministry of Information. It belongs to the Ministry of Information. So, these 3 officials that were suspended, they are suspect. And this committee is going to do investigation. And if you look into the suspension that the governor issued, the public was so positive about it. The public was so positive about it. And this committee has been given 1 week to do their findings. After doing their findings, it will be transparent and it will be accountable. And it will be open to the public. The public will get all the information of this investigation committee that is going on. So the government is committed making sure Kalikon for transparency and accountability. These are properties of the government. All of us got these properties here. We will still go, and some other generation will come to get these properties here. As I speak to you, these properties that we are talking about, the government officials have been living in this place since 1973. Since 1973, and it was all of them who have been living there is still alive. And they are proof that show that this property belonged to the government of Central. Mahalle Melekan. Mahalle was bought by Norwegian Church Aid to the government, to the Ministry of Information in particularly. So our staff was chased out of the house, and we are working toward into how we can be able to address this issue. But after the investigation, everyone found guilty, he or she will be held accountable. That is the policy of the government of Central Equatoria.
All right. Bring us about 19 minutes to the top of the hour. It's now time to bring you in. You can dial 0911 or 2298696 or send a text message to 1398696. Remember, also live on our Facebook page. You can drop your comment there. Guest in the studio is Honorable Nyarsuk Patrick, who is the Minister of Information and Communication in Central Equatoria State. لو عندك أي سؤال دلوقتي راديو.
أنا
لوكوليجي تفضل.
سلام لهونربل الوزير وسلام لك في الاستديو. انا عندي بس 3 سؤال مختصر كده. نمرة 1 سيادة الوزير، انا دي اصلوا في النقاط اللي بيجيبوا الدخل لوزارة الاعلام بتاع الولاية. انت عندك نقاط معينة اللي بيجيبوا دخل للولاية. على حسب معلومة انا عندي في مفروض الهوتيلات الموجودة في ولاية كان الرئيس الدكتور اللي بدخل كان مباشرة للولايه بما فيهم الكالتشر سنتر كان بيمشي لوزاره الولايه. يلا العلاقه شنو بين الحكومه الاتحاديه ووزاره الولايه في ناحيه تجمع الايرادات؟ ده واحد. نمره اثنين، قبلت ونص في نقاط انه اي مواطن كلمه سوى انه بيلقوا محالته. طيب زي هلا كورغوات العودو في ناس يكونوا ناس هيصورا في لجنه كونوا مشى باجراءات لحد قبل اعلى سلطات في ولايه او في الحكومه الاتحاديه. لما روح في جراوند حصل تحدي هناك، في ناس بقى بيتحدى القسم الكونوا الحكومه الماشي عشان يعمل تنفيذ. طيب معلومه تاكل شنو او نقدر بتاكل شنو لناس جديده اللي بيتحدى جهات الحكوميه او بيطردوا ناس مسؤولين حساكي بيطردوا ناس مواطنين في ناس مسلحين، نقدر بتاكل شنو في الكلام ده. السؤال الاخير في البدايات المحكمه كان ماشي في جوبا اللي هو الناس المعتقلين كان ماشي بيسوم مباشره اذا النبي بيلقوا معلومه النبي بيلقوا المحاكمه دي ماشي كيف 3-4 جلسات كده اجي يوقفوا هل ان معلومه دي النبي بيلقوا كيف ولا انت كلام بتاعك شنو عن نقاده. شكرا جزيلا.
alright شكرا لك. let's pick this call again. هاي راديو. نعم مرجع تاني واتصل علينا نرفع 2-3 مكالمات قبل ما نرجع لضيف بتاعنا في الاستديو وعشان نقدر يجاوب عليك. اننا ربع ساعه لراس الساعه. اتصل علينا بكل اختصار. اي راديو.
الو اي راديو.
يس.
اي صباح الخير ايمانويل.
صباح النور. معنا منو؟
معك جيمس ايوه.
جيمس تفضل.
انا سلمت في الاستديو ده اي راديو مع زملاء بتاعك لما جيت في الاستديو. كده انا ايمانويل انا ما اعرف والله بتاعنا ده انا ما اقدر نعرف المسؤولين بتاعنا هم زي قاينوا حاجات القرى ده لانه كمان قاينوا حاجات انا اكيد يعني كان انا مونس بقالت بيني وورا هنا في قبل 2005 ما جاء يعني كان ولايه ماشي تمام ولا كان زمان ده ممكن فكر ده بيور كمان الجداد لولايه لكن انا تجي ولا بتاعنا ناس قاعدين مسيسين بتاعنا در مناسك تاني بس بيبيو محلات حكومه بارا ممكن فكر مو اخر ناس بعدين ده اجي في ولايه ده ولا في ناس ثانيين قاعدين يلا نمرة 3 أنا جيلي بو ولا بتاعنا عنده قروش لكن قروش أنا ما أقدر نعرف جيش روبي في طريقة جيش روبي في طريقة وعايز أقول جام فوقه أنا ما أعرف ولا عنده كوتا المهم بقدر بوقه بحاجات ده نمرة 2 نمرة 3 الو لين جرابس في ولا بتاعنا ولا في محافظة بتاعنا تجوا لين جرابس يا بيجا حكومة ولا حكومة يا مسؤول لين جرابس لو حكومة يا مسؤول لين جرابس لين جرابس قاموا لسه بيجا بابول محلات كاتيتو ودير ودي لنا سيارهم ولين جرابس ما دير ودي محله ما نمون هذا حكومة الجنوب لكن وما في مسألة.
شكرا لك. أريديو.
الو ايمانويل اكيله.
يس.
معك
جدو تفضل.
ايمانويل اكيله انا بنحيي الضيوف وبنحيي كل المستمعين. انت عارف ايمانويل اكيله والله يا اخي التحديات ده مش بس في سنتر الكتري هناك براو في ولاده كله كده ولاده كله في كلام زي ده جاي بحث نفس الكلام بتاع وزير القالوا ده ولا هو منون بس فتاه الجهاز في مؤخر
وزير الاعلام في الولايه هنا.
نعم وزير الاعلام في الولايه هنا نعم كلامه سهل لكن رسالته هو شنو للحكومه لانه انا نتمنى برضه حكومه ولايه اي ولايه نتمنى اي حكومه يطلع عشان يطرح المواد بتاعت الاراضي يطلع اماكن العامه للمواطنين بالذات للناس اللي بيشتغل بس في وزاره البنى التحتيه بيخلوا الشيء العام ده رسالته له شنو رسالته هو للنزل شنو بقولوا لنا شنو لانه ما ممكن ده من ابدا المواطن بتاعتك بتقول له يا اخي في 1 2 3 4 بكره المواطن ده ماشي بيطالب في الكلام ده تلقى فيه بابا في النص الكلام ده هو بعدين هو يقول شنو للناس مدير وانا ما بيصير زمن طويل.
شكرا لك جدو. أريديو.
Emmanuel, just Akile, good morning.
Yes, good morning.
David Magog from WA.
David Magog from WA, welcome.
We appreciate the Minister of Information of Central Equatoria for his explanation, but we are still doubt. We have some few questions to him. Number one, Central Equatoria is being shared by the national government plus the government of Central Equatoria, but still there is insecurity. Who is in charge of the security in the place, in the city? Is it national government or Central Equatorial government? This is number one. Number two is about telecommunication, which is connected to communication. It has become very expensive. And you, Minister of Information, you don't want to talk about it, and it is under your ministry. Are your lines free or you buy the credit? Lastly, is about the land grabbers. If we talk about the land grabbers, you have seen honorable and generally the one deserved to be given a plot. What about South Sudanese? The title South Sudan is more better than excellence. Why are you not considering people without title? In this country belong to only you people with the title of honorable and general. If it is like that, it's either we compete with you or you tell us to leave the country.
All right. Thank you very much, David Magog. There adding his voice. We have a number of questions. Lokulege, we have James, we have Jiddu, and then David Magog. Honorable, you can respond to them. Tabijawable Kula Lasila dan do less than 10 minutes, so you can just put them together and respond.
Thank you so much, David Minwau. Thank you so much, my brother. Number one is, the duties and responsibilities are defined in our constitution. For jurisdiction that belongs to the national government and the jurisdiction that belongs to the state government. The issue of the airtime, it is not within our jurisdiction, but if we are brought on board to only share some other ideas, we bring it to the attention of the National Ministry of Information and ICT, particularly to look into that. David, regarding to issue to do with who have the right to own land, as long as you are a South Sudanese, it is your duty, it is your right, your constitutional right to own land in South Sudan in all the 10 states. But through following the right procedure, through going to the line institution, the responsible institution, the authorities that are responsible for giving out land titles, which is, I mentioned in the beginning, it is the Ministry of Housing, Land and Public Utilities, or you can go to the county authorities. For example, in Juba, you can go to Juba County and apply that you want to own a land. Number three is, you talk of the responsibility of the security within Central Equatoria itself, because the national,
particularly the capital Juba.
Juba. We have what is called the joint operation, and so far the state government have started a monthly engagement program, which we started with the National Ministry of Interior to engage with them on how we can be able to tackle the issue of security within Juba particularly. But what I want to tell you is the issue of security within Juba particularly is a shared responsibility between the state government and the national government. There are areas where national government come in, and there are areas where there are issues where state government come in. But with coordination and cooperation,
right.
These are all one body that they work through coordination and cooperation. The second question was also from
James. Yes.
From James. He was talking about the selling of land. Land properties. James, I agree with you 100%. There is no any government official that have right to sell land. Is a can get up the Hakuma Jerini BU, it has to go through the Council of Ministers, it has to go through the Parliament. Yeah, the first sabab petagita de Jerini BU bara besabab shunu. And it has to be passed. There must be a resolution that will be passed by Al-Kita de Dirini Biubara Besaba Wahid Itnin Talata Arba. Most of the time, Al-Kita Magajini Biu, Best Bukotofi for investment.
The contract, most
of the contract, Best Bukotofi contract, Ashan Hakuma Kander Ramil Haja Minkin Wayan, they will only do it. Bukotofi for investment. But those who are selling land properties of the government, they nazal, as I say in the beginning, they have to be held accountable. Because is akan mahalat del gajini biu min zaman makana nehi nama digina mahalat wajir al jay bil mabelga mahalat. Nimra talata is ita guta bayinu fi gurush bita wilaya gurush jamashi when wilaya de into gurush. As I speak to you, I think the country, the economy of the country is really so hard to everyone. It is not only the Central Equatorial State government. Don't forget also, there are a lot of responsibilities that the government is also facing, and their developmental projects.
Complain with that shabab galimun magdaramul business lano city council gitabu mon sese collection taxes there.
Kalamta Gurusha Central Equatoria, there are developmental programs that they are also doing. Kalamta taxes are asset Kalamta Fogo. The mayor was directed to make sure Alzol al-Junubi al-Indu Dukande kan magidi ret fa darai pito al-Gefil al-Kibir al-Bikfilu Bab Bema Yakfilu Udu Fursa, because the government of Central Equatoria is making sure that let us empower our own. Empowerment of our young entrepreneurs that are coming up is very important, because if we don't empower entrepreneurs, bukra tujar al-Gaidin fi suq al-Majunubin, the high stelemu sukulu, and they can do anything with this country. So we are so concerned about the growth of our young entrepreneurs. Take kalam pita gurusha luit kalamu. About it kalam pita showing the plot the government is going to show mahala dele nastanin. Kalam pita the first speaker was Lokule. Thank you. Lokule was talking about income of the government of Central Equatorial State. As we speak to you, the Ministry of Information was so broad. Youth and sport was part of it, was part of the same ministry. Tourism was part of the ministry. Like I said, these are different ministries. They were directorate under the Ministry of Information and Communication. Like I said, they became directorate. They are independent bodies. And when they are directorates, they are places that belongs to them. And they are this hotel, the collection of the revenue. I see now it belongs to the Ministry of Fisheries and Tourism in Central Equatorial State. But they are collecting revenue and they are giving it to the Ministry of Finance to deliver services. Number two is he asked about on how to own land. I think I have answered this question. Owning land process story is very clearly. He also talked about
the issue of relocation and also people resisting when it comes to the issue of land.
As I speak to you, the engagement that the government of Central Equatoria have started with the National Ministry of Interior and some of the security institutions in the near future is to making sure those who are resisting to listen to what the government of Central Equatoria is saying should be held accountable. This is the government, and the government is making sure that we have a peaceful community, we have a rule of law that everyone follows, and there should be accountability at the end of the day. So these people, it should be very peaceful, and our message to them is that if you're living in a place where it has been demarcated years back, at least try to think on how to allow the owner that have been given the right documents by the line institution to own the place, and there will be a special consideration in the near future that the government of Central Equatoria is looking into.
And how much does it take? Like how long will it take for someone to let's say to own a land or to possess, if someone is to do the procedure? Like, does it take that long?
It does not take long. If you apply to this line institution as I mentioned in the beginning, housing and Juba County, of course, the communities always come to this institution that if it falls under Juba County or it falls under the ministry that we want to show this land, then that institution will recommend to them that these are lists of South Sudanese who have shown interest in land ownership. Try to consider them and give them the token so that they will process the documents, and straight away it will, and it is ongoing. Communities are coming to making sure that their places are demarcated. So the earlier you go, the better for you. You get a land with the right procedures. No one will come and disturb you, and they will show you your place, and you start your development in that specific.
Right. And briefly before you wind up, there's also this concern about asma bita ahya. Yani asma de yao hagiga مثلا انت بيلقوا في رجال ما في لباس ما في يعني في اسماء ما مفروض يعني يمكن مفروض بيتم تغييرته او يعني اوفيشال المفروض ما بيكون مسجل في دوكيمنت هناك انه ده اسم تاع احياء. هل في خطه من حكومه بتاع ولايه انه لقدام بقدر عينه حل الكلام ده؟
في خطه بتاع حكومه to making sure ما بس تغيير بتاع اسماء براو but the naming of it mapping. The city is starting with the city, and this fall under the Ministry of Information. We are looking into how we can do mapping and naming of the areas. The world is moving from analog to digital. You can use your phone to show you direction. And also the government of Central Equatoria raised this issue that you just brought in our last Council of Ministers to looking into asami pita ahia al zamande teger bitom bukun shunu. So in the next Council of Ministers, the line institution that will be directed to look into this issue on how they can review the names of areas within Juba itself, which we are going to start with Juba itself, and we'll extend it to Bagial counties and Duruba administrative Payam.
All right. Risalatak al-akhir bikun shinu honorable minister before we wind up our conversation.
Risala batai to the public is short and brief. Anihina Shabab indana musulia. Let us work together to implement the 3 pillars that the government of Central Equatoria is working toward: law, security, unity, development, and accountability. Let us be peace ambassadors. Let us cooperate with the government. Let us go down in history collectively to create a better Central Equatorial State. Our doors are open. Kanfi Ayazolin the Mushkila, all the institutions are open. You can come and report to the relevant authority, and we are looking sure and we are committed that we will provide the necessary services to our people, and we will hold ourselves, all of us, including the citizen, accountable in our duties and our responsibility.
Right.
Thank you so much, and I look forward to cooperate with you people in the next show.
All right. Thank you very much, Honorable Nyersuk Patrick, Minister of Information and Communication in Central Equatoria State. Thank you for joining us on the Dawn today. And hopefully next time we will talk about the other issues, including the issue of logging, the issue of mining, the issue of education, health, infrastructure, among many others, when we invite you again next time.
Thank you. Feel free.
All right. Thank you. With that, we have come to the end of the Dawn edition for today. Do join us again tomorrow morning at the same time to get the latest on what's happening in South Sudan and beyond the borders. Up next, news in Arabic. On behalf of the Dawn team, Geoffrey Amanya, Darlington Moses, Awan Moses, and producer Diko Di Andrew, this has been Emmanuel Joseph Akile. Do have a good day. Stay safe, stay blessed. We meet again tomorrow.